Was it, Mark? For 12 grand.
It started at 12, now it's 25 grand.
It was one judgment?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you recall this judgment ever, Ivy? Were you keeping up on your loan? Are you keeping up on your first Okay, now, Ivy. Okay, Ivy, are you in debt right now? Okay, good. Listen. Okay, listen carefully. And I don't want to dispute right now. We can do that off the air. But right now, I think there's a good chance you're going to lose your home if we don't do something drastically. You owe 25 grand. You owe 25 grand. You're not going to fight the 25 grand. It's too late. It's been on there too long. It's a legit judgment. You can't, by the time you fight it, you've lost. And you don't have the money to fight it. 25,000. Right. You owe 150. The 25 will bring you up to 175. Your home is worth more than that. It's worth staying in your home. Mark, okay, give me the bad news.
I don't know what it's worth. I sent Frank out there to eyeball it, and
Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, a guy you can trust, a guy we love. What did he say?
Yeah, he's going to do a little research, but man, he said it's not in good shape. Not in good shape on the outside, and then, of course, we know of all these problems on the inside.
But she's not a hoarder or anything, right? No.
He couldn't get in. There's like a padlock on the gate out front.
You're out of the house right now, Ivy?
No, I'm in the house right now.
Okay, we need Frank Duran access. Frank Duran, the real estate man.
Is there a padlock on your gate?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you get Frank Duran on for us? Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay, hold on. Listen, Ivy, here's what I want to say to you. I believe we should send a public adjuster out there to help you get as much money as you can from your insurance company to make sure you're getting the money. And I'm hoping you'll get enough money. Listen carefully.
What is a public adjuster?
A public adjuster is an adjuster who works on insurance claims for consumers, and what they do is try to get you the most on your claim against insurance companies. They only take a portion of what you collect. They will not touch anything you've already settled on. They will only take a portion, and I'm going to ask them to take a very small portion of whatever else they collect. What I'm hoping, and I'm almost sure of, if this is a covered loss, I'm hoping it is. If it's a covered loss, I think they could probably get an extra 25 grand in there for you to pay off the lien. And we have to ask Frank Duran, the real estate man, what we can do temporarily to put the sale off.
Bankruptcy.
Okay, so whatever you have to do, is Frank Duran, the real estate man, there right now?
Ask her if she's filed bankruptcy.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. What can she do temporarily to stave off that sale, Frank, if we're working on something to get that lien paid?
You know what? What we could do is talk to the attorney that's handling the foreclosure right now.
Because they don't like foreclosures, do they?
If they could try to avoid it, they'd like to avoid it if they can.
Now, especially because the home is in the middle of an insurance claim. Frank, if you could talk to them, because you know what? How many times have you done this for people where you saved homes from foreclosure?
Many, many times, Tom. Absolutely. I'd be happy to.
Now, Frank, if he says he's going to try, he's going to try. What is your gut right now? I know you couldn't look around, but what is your gut on the value? Just your first impression.
Actually, Tom, I'm working on this now. I went and saw the property.
What are you thinking?
You know, honestly, everything I'm seeing right here, I'm thinking below 3, but I still want to narrow this down.
But she'll owe, if we get this paid off, she'll be into it for 175. That's not going to be terrible.
It seems to me like she would have equity. It'd be nice if there's a way I can get in to see the property. I'd be happy to make time to go back down there.
All right, so that's what Suzanne is going to arrange on the phone with Ivy. And Ivy, we're going to put you in touch with a public adjuster, and you have to let them look around and look at your insurance policy. We want to try to help to save your home. Okay? Suzanne, repeat that to her, please. Make sure she understands. And Mark, I promise, Mark, I know you held yesterday. Listen, man, please hang on just a few more minutes. I'll come right back to you, okay? We had this emergency with Ivy we had to handle. So, people, do you see the drift of the show? Help, help, help. And we also have technology to talk about coming up, including deep fake technology. Stick around.
At a certain point, you're ready for living to be a little...
Technology.
I said deep flake is what I said in the beginning.
Ivy thinks she has it handled in her mind somehow. I don't.
No, she doesn't.
I know.
She's in trouble.
She doesn't know she's in trouble.
I can't find my app. I can't find it.
That is a hell of a... I'm going to have him do me for...
Did you get that straightened out?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Anyway, I just stopped by to see, because I had some guys over trying to finish that jackhammering. And I stuck earplugs in. It's so damn noisy in the garage for the doing. Anyway, when I pulled my left earplug, put the left earplug in, it hurt. Well, I don't know if it popped or what, but when I pulled it back out, I had pain, and I realized they said, oh, you put wax in your
Okay, when you put it in?
Yeah, when I put it in, so which makes sense. So I went and got the oil that you put in.
Yeah, just to help loosen it up.
Yeah, I can't hear out of that ear at all.
It might take a while.
I know.
This happened to me, seriously, and I had to do it, like hydrogen peroxide you can put in there and stuff. My dad had to go to the doctor. And
Yeah, this is a foaming oil that the pharmacy said works better than peroxide and stuff. It's a oil, but it actually foams.
No, like I said, I imagine you can hear a little bit.
I can hear all this here.
But I mean, even on the other one, a
No,
little
God,
bit.
it's almost, well,
Really?
barely.
You can go to a doctor and they can do it.
I know, they can vacuum it. But I want to see if this works. I couldn't believe it.
No, I like I say, it happened to me, and it's not just because it's just a buildup of wax you get in there.
A little bit, but God, you had that oil in there, and it just, you're blocked up completely. I thought when you kick your head, that oil would run out. It stays in there, attached really well to the wax.
Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has released a new plan that declares climate change a national emergency, and he would end the use of fossil fuels by...
And yes, go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No,
I know you don't see movies.
Okay, a national emergency is climate change. National emergency. You know, we feel like God smiles. We think that we can change climate change, which has, oh my God. And we're going to end fossil fuels. This ending of fossil fuels, who gives a shit what they say? What happens? Life is its own teacher.
Yeah.
I have nothing against ending fossil fuels. Do it. Do you know what we're getting left in this room?
Technologies that we're getting so much out of the ground, and we're using natural gas for things we used to use coal. I mean, just when we're really getting into using everything correctly, they want to end them.
County Sheriff's deputy saved by his bulletproof vest.
but I thought a bulletproof vest was supposed to kind of absorb it, but this ricocheted off and went to his shoulder.
I think Mark's in there like taking a picture of me like once in 5,000 years that he takes a picture.
You know what
he's
he's
in there just trying to figure out what I'm going to look like when I'm old.
What's Suzanne going to look like?
She's what an asshole.
What?
Listen.
You get furry.
Yeah.
Can you give this lady a call real quick? She has called twice. She says, can I set up something private with Tom? I've got police coming over here. They're selling my home from under me. I need to talk to you about this. I need an attorney. I said, can you afford an attorney? She's like, no. I said, then we have no free attorney. She says, can I just tell you guys what's going on? Could you just give this number first?
Okay.
587-7604. Could you just call real quick? See if you can get on the show.
Both those guys you had me call, those contractors,
yes.
they're going to both end up in police.
That's what you said.
Yeah,
Gosh, I just send everything to Tom.
Yeah.
That does look like you. It's pretty incredible.
Let me see.
Dan Young.
Oh, let me see Dano.
Wow.
That's how I do it. I look like that now.
That looks,
It's the same. It's the same.
Yeah. That's very good.
I wish we had
You know
shops
what?
that
This
didn't have
technology,
the
this is deep fake kind of technology. What about Joanne?
I mean, Suzanne.
Man, how do I search for that on this? How do I search
Was
for
she a
that?
Fox
I don't know
back
where
when
it
she was
is, but I know I
16?
have it.
Actually, it's kind of funny. She doesn't look like
But how would I search for that?
Oh, God, you should see.
Hers doesn't
Is there a way to
change
search
much.
on you don't
I'll
know
go to age.
If you just drag down from the top, you should be able to just type it in.
Should be it.
So unlock the phone.
That's all the change?
Yeah, just put some crow's feet on her. Basically.
Wow. Man.
Watch the young now.
Well, drag down from there.
I mean, look, there's so little change.
That's what happens when I drag down.
That's
Notifications. This way are settings. But I don't
That's
see
just young.
There should be another, because I got mine.
Well,
iPhone.
we're
My
like
kids, my kids do
yours
all the
is
time.
put on.
They search for an app. Hold on. Like if I go to
Oh,
here.
look how the hair
Well,
color
there you
works,
go.
too.
No, wait,
That's
my
crazy.
settings.
Grab it.
It really is crazy.
Look at this.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
You can-
So
you
you
can
touch
change
it, long touch, and pull it down.
Right. Different kind of swipe.
There it is. So if I went face, app, okay, boom, okay. It doesn't tell me where it is, but, okay.
Yeah, normally when you add a new one, it puts it
On the last page. Did you make me old?
I don't ever keep more than one page. I put everything in folders.
Yeah.
I'm very anal about it, you know. My wife laughs.
See if I look like my dad.
Makes it tough for me to find.
Oh, did it look like my uncle, my mom's?
Yeah, but you get some of those guys that have like 30 pages of apps, and you know, it's like, it's mind blowing.
Mine are pretty logical. It was supposed to be an imaging. It was. I just had forgotten when I downloaded it. I forgot to do it. So can you take existing photos? Yes, you can. I'm going to take one of Stephanie.
Holy cannoli. How many years is that? That's terrible.
That's one. That's you're gonna look like that.
Let's put you as old. Here, let me. That's next year. That's terrible. That's the.
Here's Dan with a 1-year filter.
What if I take Stephanie when she was young?
And then age her and see if she looks like she does now.
But can I isolate her? Right there.
Do both. Why would you do both?
Oh, we can. Okay, so what do I do? Age.
And then go young. Go old. Just old, yeah. There you go.
We should do that with every guest. You know.
She's like Suzanne. Suzanne's barely changed, too. That didn't look like it changed. Yours doesn't look like it changed either.
Yeah, mine. I really got old looking. I mean, I'm not saying I'm decrepit, but I'm older. I was actually fat and round, my face.
I want to see what Mikey will look like with hair.
Can you do that?
Yeah. Let me see.
I want to do my son older.
There you go.
Where's my kid?
So you guys all got that app, huh? Like how you like kids.
Why don't you get it?
Dan doesn't know how to download now.
I don't have any close-ups.
All right, let's see what Mikey looks like with hair. Oh, man, could not find a face in this photo. Ah! It literally says that about his photo. That's fucked up. Oh, let's get another one. That's weird, man.
We don't do animals?
Look at Dolce as a little baby girl. Now watch.
Young.
Can you do it?
Well, I don't know. No, what's he going to do? Turn her into an embryo?
An old baby is a
baby.
fucking old baby.
It's like that, what's that movie?
Chucky.
Oh, yeah, Chucky. Hold on, Mike. Look straight at me this time. Troubleshooter. Figure out why.
Doesn't work on babies.
It doesn't recognize.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, making your life a little easier. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk about deep fake technology. Charlie Dunham is with Colorado Computers. ColoradoComputers.net. He does computer repair. He does a lot of in-home stuff. He does a lot of viruses and hardware, software. Mike Thomas is with Bits Colorado, BitsColorado.com. Mike is our IT guy, and he's an IT guy for many, many small to medium-sized businesses. He does a lot of computer networking and software stuff and servers. Oh, yeah, he helps us with our servers. 303-713-8255. Both of these guys will tell you that I am unique when it comes to problems. I always have a unique problem. I never have a run-of-the-mill problem. Things they've never seen before they see with me. I've always heard that. Always. There was a time, and I don't know what happened. Technology must have changed. There was a time, well, I still can't wear an electric watch, and I don't know why. No one can give me the technical reason. I can't wear a magnetic watch. It goes out. If I have an LED watch, it goes out. I used to, when I touched LED screens, make them go black temporarily, but that doesn't happen anymore. Have you guys, never mind. Have you guys noticed sometimes when you walk near a street light, it goes out? You know, because street lights go out now and then. Do you ever notice that they go out? I think there's an overheating thing or something about street lights. Has anyone had that phenomenon? Well, in Florida one time, I was really upset about something, and I was walking down this street, and every time I approached a street light, it went out. And then I'd walk, and when I got away from it, it turned back on, and it happened all the way down the street like magic.
You just have the power, man.
No. Have you heard of that? No, I'm not saying I did that, but there is something about street lights that go on and off. You've never seen that, ever. Okay, 303.
News to me, brother.
303-713-8255. Let's go. Mark held too long. I got to take him. Mark is talking about a final payment on a check. Let me just say something, people. According to our legal experts, if you have a contract, a modified check or a restrictive endorsement does not make an addendum to your contract. It does not supersede your contract. So if your contract says you owe $40,000 or they owe you $40 for a job, and it showed that they paid you $10.20, they owe you another $20. If they send you $5,000 and write on it payment in full, it doesn't matter. It's not payment in full. You know what? It's a restrictive endorsement. That doesn't mean you're agreeing to it. It's not a contract. So if you have a contract. Now, what happens when you don't have a contract like Mark? Mark did a job for 40 grand. Now, here's the rub. His friend isn't saying we're not going to pay. He is saying, I'm going to pay you the 40 grand. And Mark says, I'm not going to accept it because on the check it says full and final payment. Now, that's because I assume you had some change orders and extras, right, Mark?
Yes, he owes another $5 grand.
Okay, in what?
Well, extras. It was a basic cost plus job, so that's what the job came up to.
Well,
there was no.
Now, first you tell me 40, now you're telling me cost plus. Do you have anything at all to show the extra 5? Because you don't have to argue about the 40, thank God. Anything to argue?
Well, just from the subcontractors, their invoices.
Okay, so if you add them all up, it comes to what? All your sub?
45.
Well, it can't because you have a markup. So it can't come to 40.
That was with the markup and everything. It was 45 total job, and he wants to pay 40. With no
and what does he say when you tell him, I want 45?
Him saw says he doesn't owe it. There were some extras on the job that he doesn't want to pay for. And,
tell me something he's disputing, something specifically.
The wood, how much wood we used on a custom wall. And we had 3 boxes left over, and we were going to give him credit for it, and I was going to eat the restocking on it, and he's not happy with that. He doesn't want to pay for any of it.
All right. Suzanne, who do we call for just general legal information like this? Just a legal mind. He doesn't have to be a specialty. Let's think, guys. Who should we call, Mark? Just somebody.
Kranak.
And see if Mark's around. And then let's see who else. Someone. John Fuller's always good. David Salisbury's always good. Oh, and then John Davis has been on a referral list for many years. I like John. Is John still of course he's still practicing, right?
Yeah, Tom.
John has been with me from the beginning. Do you know that, John Davis? He doesn't, do a lot of advertising, but man, he's been with me for years. 303-713-8255. We're going to get you an answer. I'm going to say that you're going to have a tough time on this one in general. Now, what you could do, I like taking the 40, depositing it, and getting it paid. Get that thing paid. Then you argue about the extra 5, even if it says full and final payment. I don't know. I would still argue it. You don't have a contract, so he could claim you're making a contract. Hold on. Sandy and Shonda, hello, both of you. What can we do to help you? This sounds very, very serious.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sandy.
So now, Sandy and Shonda, are you guys related? Are you friends? What's going on?
We're related.
Okay.
I'm married to her mom's brother.
Okay, fine. What's going on?
So Khadijah, Sandy's daughter, was killed the middle of May.
Oh, my God. How?
She was shot in the back by a cousin on the father's side.
Okay.
The baby's dad's side.
All right. Hold on one second. Just hold on. I want to go back to Mark now. I'm juggling here because Mark held yesterday. Sandy, we're going to get back. This is very serious now. Sandy's going to talk about a murder case. And Suzanne, remind Sandy to turn her radio down and not to be on a headset because I was hearing some echoing. I'm going to go now back to Mark. Mark, I'm going to explain to Mr. Kranak, our attorney. His name is also Mark, so I'm just going to call him Kranak to avoid confusion. Attorney Kranak, I want to run this by you. He did a job for his friend. There was an understanding, a loose understanding, nothing memorialized at all in writing or in emails, but it was going to be a cost-plus job of around 40 grand. They both were expecting around 40. As it turns out, it's 45. His friend writes him a check for 40 with a restrictive endorsement memo. It says full and final payment. What's your feeling on that, Mark Kranak, attorney at law?
I think he has a pretty good argument that it's a full and final payment, and he doesn't owe him the $5 grand. The standard language, I think, what do you have to put? I think if you read on there, paid in full, but that kind of language, it affects what's called accordance satisfaction.
Yes. If you don't have something, especially when you don't have something contradicting it like a contract.
Yeah, I think that's right. The law probably has something in there that whether there's like any kind of a bona fide dispute over the matter, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it would be hard for him if he deposits this $40,000 check with the absence of anything else in writing, and this check says full and final payment. He would have a tough time putting a lien on that house or enforcing it, that is, for an extra $5 grand.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's right.
Okay. So really, Mark, this is a tough one, Mark, consumer Mark. It's a tough one.
Okay.
I don't know what you're going to be inclined to do. Perhaps, you know, first of all, you should have everything in writing, especially with friends, to keep yourself friends. The other thing,
correct,
I would want to take the 40 grand, and I would, see, here's what I would do, Mark Kranak, attorney at law, because nothing says I can't do it, I would cross that out. Nobody says I can't cross it out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
not sure.
Or put do not agree. I mean, you know, you know, he's writing. In essence, he's handing you a one-way contract and saying sign it. So now you're going to mark it up and sign it, but he doesn't have his signature. You know, so I would say that would be at least a dispute where I think it would be less troublesome or troublesome than just signing it. Now, I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm telling you what I would do. I would simply cross out full final payment or paid in full. I'd cross it out, I'd initial it, and then I'd go and cash the thing. But Mark Kranak's not telling you that, but at least it's showing that there was a disagreement and you're not just blindly agreeing to it. Then I'd take the money.
What's that?
I would just cross out the full and final payment. I'd just cross it out. No one says you can't do that. It's your check.
You know the thing on your phone that does the wording for you? You know, yes is the next word?
Yes.
When I put in sleeves, it puts brigade.
Really? That's because you've typed it before.
Oh, okay.
That's because predictive text comes from vernacular and from habit.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, when I put in sleeves, it says Mark. He didn't hear me.
What'd you say?
He said when he writes in sleeves, it comes up brigade. And I said, because he's typed that before, it comes from vernacular in general, plus it comes from your own history.
Of course.
And I said, when I put in sleeves, it comes up Mark. Who am I?
Is that nice?
It's not nice.
No, it was good.
Candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/.
So this.
Let's talk about revitalized health. Everyone wants revitalized health. That's why they name their clinic Revitalized Health. They do Bio-T, which is testosterone and estrogen, and a thyroid program. They also do age-defying treatments like Juvederm, Botox, collagen, and what I really love is the thread lift. I haven't had it, but I love it. You get immediate results. It lifts where you need lifting, and it doesn't look artificial. And when it lifts immediately, your own collagen fills it in to make it permanent. When I say permanent, you're going to lose collagen like anyone would over aging. But for what it's worth, it's better than any filler. And it's only a few $100 for a thread lift. You got to check out thehormonegrows.com. I really like these guys. 470 and Ken Carroll, Alameda and Federal. I am a patient. So Suzanne. TheHormoneBros.com. I think you go there.
Hey, Mark, on my age, did it give me leave hair on my head?
Did I do something wrong, bro?
But it made Tom
This doesn't like me in here.
No,
How much? No. How much time do I have?
I did a little bit. Yeah. That's weird.
Okay.
You
I
can
gotta
tell
go.
by
Mayor Hancock's office said they'd call me back in 15 minutes. That was an hour ago.
No, I wonder if it just looks like that you're...
It could just tell he's gonna lose his hair.
right, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy. I like Mike's picture. I thought that was the best.
Is that what, Mike, was that how your hair was, or did you add that type of hair? Mike, did you have that straight hair, kind of?
Yeah, I'm pretty straight, yeah. What did it look like?
You didn't see you?
No.
Oh, man.
It looks just like you. Hold on. Pull it up.
Or apply online at AmericanFinancing.net, and thank you for your service to our nation.
Isn't that a trip? It is, man. It's crazy.
Hi, this is Ed Green. Let me tell you about Arahant Mental Wellness and TMS, which is a revolutionary, non-invasive, FDA-approved depression treatment. I've spoken with the Arahant doctors.
First I put a cool beard on you. Actually, you look...
Did you have a beard?
Yeah. Look at this. Actually, the beard looks pretty good, I think.
Looks like my brother.
And that, it does look like your brother.
Yeah.
And then apply, and then we'll put some hairstyle.
Oh,
hairstyle.
you put the hairstyle.
Yeah. And all I can do is one.
Offers hope through innovation.
Is that how you wear it?
I don't know that I had the cool little wave, you know. But no, I had long hair until I was 18, and then I went bald. It was one extreme to the other.
Hitman. All these are pro, though. Let's see what you look like old. Here, let me get rid of your hair. Hairstyles, original.
Get rid of his beard.
Yep, let's get rid of the beard. Apply.
We get these people say, call me back right now, and then they don't answer the phone.
Then we'll age them.
No mailbox set up to leave a message.
Old.
Actually, it looks like my granddad.
Here's cool. Here's cool. Old.
Biker Mike.
Let's see what he looked as a baby. See if it puts hair on him.
Baby.
Dan,
does that look like you?
It looks like my son. Though. It looks like hair.
Don't spend it all in one place.
It is crazy. Look, it did give you hair. It did. It gave you hair.
Let me see.
Is that how your hair was?
That's young Mike with a little bit of hair.
That's crazy.
Mine looked like my kid.
No, actually,
that looks like his kid.
You do this? Yeah. Who did this?
I did this. It's Face App is the name of it?
Art. Yeah, you get this.
Mike.
Donald. From Mr. Trump.
He's going to take Lincoln off of the...
Wow, that's...
can you imagine?
Well
the Democrats would go apeshit.
Oh my God!
If he put, who could he take off?
Franklin Roosevelt.
No, who's the one that? No. Who's the one Obama's having?
No, definitely.
She's going on, I think, the 20 here real soon.
Hello, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, so let's talk. What's on your mind? This is a serious problem. I want to get right to it. And then we'll talk more deep fake technology. And I have some emails for our tech experts as well. So Sandy and Shonda, this is a horrifying story. Sandy's daughter was murdered, shot in the back. Take the story from there, please.
When she was murdered, her 2-year-old daughter was there to watch it happen. The camera took place.
Hold on. We're having a tough... Hold on. We can't even understand you. Something's wrong with this line. So maybe... Are you on a speakerphone?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just, for the description, pick up the line? We really want you to really get your story out. So could you please... We can't understand what you're saying. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. So go ahead from the beginning.
So my daughter was murdered May 15th, and her 2-year-old daughter was there to watch it happen.
Oh, my God.
She was at her baby daddy's house, and his nephew came in and shot her multiple times in the back.
Oh, my God. Now, obviously, he's in jail and all of that, right?
Well, they got him like the next day.
Okay.
The grandmother was there, the great grandmother was there, and everybody from what I know, everybody lied and said that they didn't see this little boy with the gun. He was 14 at the time. They said they didn't see him with the gun. And they let him go, so they got him the next day. After
and my God,
thank
God they did not get the little baby too. Anyway,
yes.
what happened then? What was the motive, by the way, Sandy?
We don't know yet. She was fighting his mother. She was in an argument with his mother.
Okay.
Having a fist fight.
And what's your daughter's name? What's your deceased daughter's name?
Khadijah.
Okay.
Palmer.
And then what happened? What can we help you with?
And then I need help I'm trying to see him. Ever since they took my granddaughter out of this house, I had to find out my daughter died through Snapchat.
Oh my God! Who took your granddaughter?
Her uncle, my daughter's uncle.
No, why though? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Now, what about?
I don't know everything
What
yet.
about the biological father? Where is the father in all of this?
He's incarcerated right now.
Was he
incarcerated?
Okay. So the only living parent, the only available parent was your daughter. She was murdered. And do you want custody?
Yes. And yes, I'm trying to see her. My stepsisters have her. That's what goes
but why are they keeping it from you? Why are they keeping the baby from you? Do they think you're somehow responsible for anything?
No, this happened in the baby's father's house with the baby's mother. I mean the grandmother.
Okay, your own now. The one
they were all there.
Who decided who gets custody? I mean, who decided that right up front?
They did, I guess.
Who's they? I mean, at the scene, what the police took the baby. Who took the baby first?
They took the baby out of the house before the police got there.
Oh, and then just kept the baby.
My God. And just kept the baby, yes.
But Sandy, you said your stepsisters have the.
Now
your stepsisters. Yes. Okay, these are stepsisters of yours, and. Yes. Do they both have the baby, or one or the other?
Just the one. Just the one.
Okay, what's her first name?
Lakia.
Lakia. Now listen, Lakia, if you talk to Lakia, what does she say? If you say, I want to see my granddaughter, what does she say?
The first week after my daughter passed, I was able to go to her house, and I was there 24 hours a day, staying with the baby.
Okay, what happened? What happened?
I don't know. I'm asking them, why does this baby have to stay here with you? I'm the grandmother. Let me have my child. Let me take her. You have your own life. I went through CPS. Now, mind you, it's Lakia. My daughter was raised with them, and my daughter was molested in this house that they got my grandchild in. And Lakia married the molester.
Who's Lakia's husband? What's his first? Is he in jail now?
Yes, he got 17 years for molesting her other niece.
Okay, but listen, if he's in jail, okay, I understand this. If he's in jail, then Aunt Lakia's house is safe. I mean, it's not like he's still there.
True, but she's not. My daughter, when my daughter was alive, Lakia lived with my daughter, and my daughter would not even let Lakia babysit my daughter, her grandbaby, my grandchild.
What's wrong with Lakia? What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
I guess what I'm asking.
They could see her.
Okay, your daughter.
They couldn't take care of her.
Your daughter lived with Lakia, the little girl. How old is the little girl?
Right now she just turned 3.
What's her name?
She turned 3 on the 6th. Her name's Kaylani.
Kaylani. Now, Kaylani knows Aunt Lakia, right?
Yeah. Now she does.
She's
had her for the last 3 months.
Is Kaylani getting counseling at all?
I don't think so. That's what I'm trying to find out about. I'm trying to push that issue.
Now this seems okay. This seems weird that there's a breakdown here.
Yeah.
Lakia just is at odds with you for some reason. Now, did you grow up with Lakia?
No.
So how did you
meet my? This is my. My other side of my family, I did not meet them until I was 21 years old.
Okay.
And I'm 45 now.
Before this happened, did you and Lakia have a pretty good relationship?
No, we did not really even know each other.
Okay.
They're doing this out of spite to be mean.
But why? But why? It doesn't sound to me like people would take
a money thing.
Now, what does that mean?
A money thing.
Well, they're not getting
my
money.
Daughter had a life. Yeah, they are. My daughter had a life insurance policy.
For how much?
That their mother, I don't know, their mother put it on her when she was a little girl.
Well,
and
then
it's like when the minute my daughter was murdered, I had to find out through Snapchat. I got down to the coroner's office. I was told that somebody went down there and told them I was murdered. That I wasn't alive. That's why they were able to control everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm trying to I'm standing right here in your face, and they're not listening to me.
Okay. Let's take this one step at a time. You're the mom of the daughter, the deceased girl. You're the grandmother. No one's disputing that.
Yes.
Okay, here's what we have to do. And I want to remind people we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here's what I want to do. I want Daphne, this is right up her alley. She's just very tenacious about this stuff. I want Daphne to talk to Aunt Lakia first. We got to talk to her and just see where everything is in her eyes, whether you agree with it or not. Let's just find out what she's thinking, okay? Yeah. Now, have you ever had, Sandy, any kind of dependency and neglect case against you or any problem ever with social services?
Yes, I did. When they were younger.
How long ago?
It's 16 years.
Okay. You never had trouble after that?
No.
What was the case 16 years ago? And I appreciate your candor. I appreciate you being honest.
Yeah. I wasn't able to take care of my daughter and my son, so they came to my house and took my children and gave them to my dad. That's when I just met my dad.
For how long?
And they hit my daughter. My daughter was 6 and my son was 2.
For how long? Forever?
No, my daughter had herself emancipated at 15.
I understand. So basically, you never regained custody and control as a parent. Your parental rights were terminated and never reinstated. So you are, in social services' eyes, you are an open case, meaning you've never done. There is what's called a work back. You know, you got to earn back your parental privileges through the courts, and just because your kids became old enough to take care of themselves doesn't mean that case went away. They look at you as having an open neglect case against you, and you never went through the parenting classes or anything. I'm not trying to dredge this up. This was 16 years ago.
No, it's okay.
Did you have a good relationship with your daughter at the time of her death?
Yes.
Were you regularly seeing the baby?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Hold on now. Suzanne, I'd like to talk to Daphne about this as well, not just hand it off to her. But let's get Sandy's information. Make sure we have all of Sandy's information. I just didn't get the daughter's name, but get the daughter. I have the granddaughter, Kaylani, Aunt Lakia. We know Sandy here. Let's put this all together. I think our first step will be to talk to Aunt Lakia off the air and see what is going on, and then look up the dependency and neglect case if we can get a case number. What do you guys think?
So here's what was left off. Her daughter was fighting with the boy who shot her mother.
Yeah,
and
no, she said
that. Oh, she did say that?
Did I get this right? The baby's daddy, the guy who shot her, was 14 years old?
Yes.
Who what?
No, not the baby's daddy. They were in the baby's daddy's relative's house.
This thing is so fucked up. I mean, 14 years old.
14 years old, right.
It is so fucked up. So is he being charged as a juvenile or adult?
Who knows?
But I think it's exactly like you're saying. If she's got an open case and has never been proven to the courts that she's able to take care of a kid, why are they going to hand it to her whether she's blood or not?
Exactly.
Yeah. God, I just can't believe this kid that killed was 14 years old.
And that was her mother that she was fighting. His mother that she was fighting.
So this 14-year-old's mom is fighting with this girl.
Right, and she was beating her up. He went.
So the mom was being beat
the
up.
daughter went out and got the.
The mom was being beat up.
Yes.
And he wanted to save his maid.
Yeah, he's only 14.
And her daughter ran out and got him, and he came in with a gun and shot him.
God, dude, you hate that term.
Whose daughter went out?
The one that was getting beat up. The sister of the guy who shot her.
A mess.
Fix it 24/7. The people I call for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, and you can too. They're the $39 people. I always talk about that $39 call charge. Beware of free call charges because you know they're going to come in to try to find something. For $39, you get an inspection of whatever that problem is, and they'll give you a full written report. That's what you're paying for, and you know what? It's quality, it's accurate, they guarantee it. If you don't have the work done, that's okay. You can shop it if you want, but one thing for sure, they apply that $39 to any repair, and they know you won't get better value for the same work and parts anywhere. Plus, you get a full guarantee, and they always do something extra. But there is no $39 call charge for second opinions. If you're told you already need something, call them for a second opinion. If they can do something cheaper than replacement, maybe just tune something up or fix it, hey, they got to put their skill where their mouth is, right? So get it done. Let's call them. Free second opinions on anything. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
Did you put the one up? Did you put those pictures up?
I gotta cut them and try to put them up.
Did you ever have long hair, Tom?
Oh my God, yeah, right down to my shoulders.
Look at this one of you. It's pretty fucking
right
good.
Down to my shoulders.
I guess they probably got it from the police because the police were doing that.
Sketch artists were doing it.
Baby daddy bother you?
Well, no,
bothers me.
I hate that term.
But it's when they're not married.
I know. But
I don't know why.
the term just for some reason
Just does. It's racist.
Baby daddy?
It's racist.
It's racist. I don't know.
Poking the bear, Tom. Poking the bear.
I just think it's a breakdown of morals.
Well,
That Fix It was supposed to be short? Oh.
I don't know. It just bugs me because it's just such a breakdown of.
We should. Do you have the original picture? I'll try to put all three up there. Mark, I'll try to put three up there. The young.
Oh, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send you one more.
No, don't put any up of me.
Why?
No, don't. Not unless I look at it and approve it. I just don't want it because I have enough bullshit out there on the net.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I just don't want to do it.
How about the young and the? How about the young?
I want to see it first.
Okay, come look at.
No, I don't mind any of them actually. If I can just see it.
Go look at them.
If you're going to do it, let's do it.
You look real Italian here.
We'll do that. Do which one? Okay. Then what's the other?
Okay. We'll do the young and the.
Well, let's do another
No,
one.
the old
Let's
one-
do another
the
old
old
one
one
with
doesn't
me
look like
smiling.
it.
Okay. Let's do another one of me smiling for an old one. I'll do it. Ready? I
Hold
just
on,
didn't
hold
want the grum look like that.
The
Let's
old
see
one
this.
doesn't look like you.
Does it say how many years it ages? I bet
That's
you
me
can.
at 66.
The pro probably does. You probably can put different ages.
I love that stuff. I think it's so cool.
Crazy. It's crazy. Is that how you look when you're young?
Look at your full name.
Where's my full what?
Your hair.
Oh. Yeah, man, make it over the ear on that one. No, that's cool. It looks almost, you can't tell almost.
Is that how you look though?
Yeah, I don't think you ever had long hair.
I have a long, you had my long hair. You know what? I'm going to give you the real one. I'll send it to you.
Okay, and we'll put Geraldo on them.
Here, let me get another picture of you. Hold on.
I'm smiling for the old.
Okay.
That's what I want. Old. If I'm going to be old, I want to be smiling.
You got a thug one?
Thug.
What does it say? It says something in there like that.
Hold on, I'm going to put a neck tattoo on him.
Oh, God.
On me? Okay.
Yeah. Would you let this guy in your fix your water heater?
What? Let's see. Oh, I
With
get
a neck tattoo?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
I'll send you old here.
A neck tattoo is never a good sign of good character. Or good.
I'll do cool old.
We had a guest on who had a neck tattoo all
All right, here's cool old.
Don't care. I still.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the place to call if you have any garage door issue. If you want a brand new garage door, you don't get better than One Clear Choice Doors.com. And I'm serious when I say this. 720-370-3987. Okay, let's talk. Small claims court question. And Mark has become quite the expert at that. He's sued so many people. I love it. We help people logistically do that. Hey, Donna, what's happening?
Hi. I just had an accident with someone. They creamed me, pretended like they had insurance, and I'm suing them in small claims court.
Now, you never got the police involved either?
The police were there.
Okay. Did they cite them for no insurance?
No, they had bogus paperwork.
The police really should amend the complaint. Dan says they don't. I've heard of some cases where they do. If you bug them, some will say, well, that's your problem. It sucks. But did you tell the police officer, the one who wrote the ticket?
No, because I didn't find out until later.
Okay.
When I put in the claim with their company, they said they hadn't made a payment.
Okay, so you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Small claims court, if it's under $7,500, to me, in my opinion, is the right thing, because going after their insurance company, they don't have a contractual obligation to you whatsoever. So what's going on?
How I know I'm going to win because I was just sitting there minding my own business.
So now what?
But how can I ensure that I will get money?
There's no, you can't. If this person is broke, you're going to get nothing.
Okay.
Is the person broke?
I'm not sure. I don't know
Now,
them.
here's what you can do, Donna. If you aggressively go after them, there are a few things you can do. One is to put a lien on anything they own.
Okay.
And then you have a private investigator look at them to see what they own. The second thing, and in court, you should ask the judge, I need information now before we go on. I would have interrogatories ready and say, you know, name, social, all date of birth, all of this. Say, Your Honor, you know as well as I do, as soon as he leaves, I'm never going to see he or she.
He.
I'll never see him again, blah, blah, blah. So therefore, try to get some information right then.
Yes.
Then you can hire a collector, or you can go after him yourself. What you do is you put liens or garnishments on anything he owns. After that, what you do is you can sometimes ask him questions or do some kind of court action that he ignores. It's actually an excellent way to do things, and I'll tell you why. Because then you go to the court and ask for contempt. You say, Your Honor, please give me a contempt citation, because I think if he's held in contempt, it'll show him not to turn his nose up at the law. And it would be contempt if he didn't answer interrogatories or something. So even though you get information in court, I want you to do some kind of interrogatory or some kind of related action afterwards. And when you do that and he doesn't answer, and you know he won't, you get a contempt citation. Then when he comes to jail or when he comes to court, you say, Your Honor, I respectfully ask that you set the bail for the amount he owes me.
Oh, good idea.
Now, this has happened.
Good idea, Tom.
Didn't we have that with Greg Lopez? We had that with Greg. Was it Greg Lopez or what? Remember, Mark?
Yeah,
he set the bail for what he owed. Remember?
Yeah, for the one case, that guy owed money everywhere.
But how much are you owed, Donna?
$2,026 worth of damage to my car, Mr. Martino.
Why don't you let us try to get a hold of him, too, okay? Hold on and talk to Deputy Clint. Let's just see if we can take a stab at it as well. Sean from Massachusetts. How's the weather there, Sean?
Very hot.
Very hot. Are you close to Boston?
Yes, I am. I'm 20 minutes away from downtown Boston.
What suburb are you in?
Quincy.
Okay. I go to Boston, and we're going to go there later this next month, I think. So anyway, what's going on with you?
Well, I have two comments. I cannot believe the laws that the 50 states impose upon the citizens of those states. And your law with, well, if it's used in the crime, we're just going to take your vehicle whether you're innocent or not.
That's called the Denver Nuisance Abatement Law. You can find it on YouTube or Facebook. You look up Martino. What else? What is happening in your state? Anything similar?
My state passed a law. They sucked it in about 2 years ago on inspections of the vehicles. If the car is not factory as built, you do not longer get a sticker on the car. You can't modify it, change the headlights, taillights, motor.
What? Come on.
Anything to it. Yes, they passed it 2 years ago.
You can't modify your car, even if it's an acceptable modification, like an aftermarket product.
No, they don't allow modifications to the motor, to the body, to the suspension, higher it, lowering it. You have to use the factory headlights.
Wait, so what if I move from out of state and I don't know this? I could be screwed.
Yes, you can be.
But who enforces it?
You go to a gas station, which is licensed by the state. They have roughly 6 to 8 cameras in the.
Oh, we're talking about you still have vehicle inspections every year, right?
Yes, every year.
And we don't have those in Colorado. We do have emissions, however. And emissions are being phased out as cars get older.
Yeah,
but
who cares about brakes and the safety when, you know, you got to care about emissions? It's
I know.
retarded.
Now, I don't mind. Do you mind safety inspections, Mark? Do you mind them, Sean?
I don't mind them, but the ticket, it's a whole new level that now you have.
No, I understand that. I think basic safety would be good because if somebody bought a car as is, the law should go further and say if it can't pass safety inspection, you got to give the money back. That would save.
Well, that's.
Is that the way it is?
True. We have that.
Okay, that's good. But it's bad, though, if they see, for example, guys put on a different muffler or guys did something different than factory, and they literally will withhold an inspection tag.
Yes, I have actually seen it through my eyes, waiting to get a sticker.
Holy crap!
People go in, come back out with rejection stickers, and some of them sitting there going, "Are you kidding me?"
This is crazy.
They take pictures of the outside, underneath your car, the dashboard, the seats, the seat belts. In some cases, they pop the hood, take pictures of what the car looks like, all factory.
No, okay, I need to look this up now. Do you have any statute numbers on that?
No, I don't, because it was snuck in.
Could you? Here, we're going to give you our email. Suzanne, would you give him our behind-the-scenes email so he can email us some stuff? Sean, thank you for calling, bro. Appreciate it. Sean from Massachusetts. Okay, you can't modify your car in Massachusetts. You cannot modify the car in Massachusetts. By the way, that goes too far if... He said even a taillight. That's weird. So when you're in an accident, you got to put it back exactly the same. If you want to, I wonder what it means. I wonder about wraps or pinstripes or stuff like that. Wait a minute, Sean. Hold on. Sean, what about vehicle wraps or pinstriping or that kind of? They don't mean paint and stuff.
No. It's actually physically changing the height of the vehicle, how the vehicle performs, adding like a turbocharger or a... engine mods like,
Suzanne, give him our information. Okay, Sean, send me more on that when you can. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. The modification of cars. Okay, Mike, what's happening with you? What comment do you have?
Yeah, you just triggered me there with car safety inspections. I'll park your car, though.
Yeah, okay. But what about safety inspections? Don't you think we should have those?
Well, I kind of iffy on that. I mean, many years ago when they still had them, 2 times my parents, luckily I wasn't along, they went to get those inspections, and 2 different times as they were driving away from the gas station, their wheel fell off.
Well, that's not because of the law, but that is crazy. What you're saying is it triggers a lot of removal and replacement, and there's room for mistakes. I mean, I have that argument with aircraft. They do safety inspections every year. Now, I don't mind safety inspections, but they're called annuals. I think they tear apart this airplane and put it in parts. Now, let's say a guy doesn't even fly that much. He has a few hours on it. The very next year he has to do it. And what you said, the wheel falls off, well, I think it leaves room for mistakes the more you screw with stuff. I think you should be able to do some kind of modified inspection based on time. And with cars, they remove the wheels? Is that what they did, Mike?
Yeah, to check the brakes. Maybe have it like instead of every year, maybe have it, I don't know, 3 years or something.
Or how about this? When it changes hands. When it changes hands.
Well, that could be 20 years.
Well, I know, but I would say at least. Well, but I think that's good. Then that protects consumers who are buying things. I mean, look, there are reasonable laws. There are unreasonable laws.
This report is sponsored by Westera Credit Union.
across town, road construction blocking a couple of lanes westbound I-76. It's heavy between I-25 and Sheridan, so watch out for that. We're still working on that gas line break.
I've never heard of Fix-It Short. They have a Fix-It Short.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a 30.
Okay.
The rest of the highway drive flowing in the normal spots. Northbound I-25, stop and go downtown.
So it is 60 this one or not?
The weather forecast. Could be a chance of afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Night showers early, then partly cloudy overnight, a low around 60. Right now.
Okay, so we don't want people to be forever labeled for the worst things they have ever done. New language.
Oh my God.
No more prisoner, convict, inmate, or felon.
Oh my God.
So what are they? And separate people from society. So what are the new words though? Instead of inmate, convict, felon, or prisoner, what are they?
Behaviorally modified. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Simply Floors Inc. The 3 words that will for sure save you money, for sure get you better installation, for sure get you a better job on your floors, whether those floors are carpeting or luxury vinyl tile, hardwood laminates. Listen, you won't do better. Simply Floors Inc. You make your own appointment. You'll save 20, 30, 40, sometimes half. You got to check them out, 52nd and Ward, but just check out the website, simplyfloorsinc.com.
So felon gets changed to justice-involved person.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's what they were.
You know, are we fucking going crazy in this world?
For
are
real?
No.
Yes.
Are we going fucking crazy?
So
in this world?
justice-involved
How
person.
far, listen, how far can we go not to offend?
That's the problem. You can't, because you go far enough to one side,
It's just
you're going to
fucking-
start pissing off the other side. It doesn't matter.
It's not even. It's just too much. I mean, we have these boutique demographics to where, you know, this person who's this person and this person, this person. If you looked at the Socialist Democratic Convention, they couldn't even get it.
Listen to this. A felon is now either going to be formally incarcerated person, justice-involved person, or returning resident. A juvenile delinquent will be young person with justice system involvement. Young person impacted by the juvenile justice system.
What about false accusations? What do you
This is
call
California, though, right?
How about a drug addict is now a person with a history of substance use?
But this is California, though, right?
Well, I'll get pissed at this word.
It's actually
This is coming.
It's San Francisco. They're literally doing this. The Board of Supervisors
They fall
adopted
over
the
each other
changes
trying to
last
do
month.
Stupid thing. And who's even fucking complaining about it?
Right. That's the whole thing. It's almost like there's a group of people that sit on a little board in a room.
Just look for
right,
them.
and they're just they're looking for
Do we
something
still have
to
the
change.
Washington Redskins, or did they change that?
Yeah, they're Redskins still.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they've talked about it.
Oh, they-
Well, but like
50 years they
the
talked
Cleveland
about it.
Indians, I think they changed.
To the Cleveland Native Americans?
Yeah, something like that, probably.
Come on. You're right.
An individual
Did you
whose
hear this?
car,
Listen.
an individual whose car has been broken into could be known as a person who has come into contact with a returning resident who was involved in the justice system.
No felons. You can't call someone a felon anymore.
Yeah. They're a person with what? A person with justice.
A person who has come into contact with a returning resident who
Justice
is
involved
with the
person.
justice system and is currently under supervision with a history of substance use.
Wow.
That's fucking great.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
So, how far are we going to go?
I don't know, comrade.
I think it's all good.
Just remember when you clap.
Yeah, jazz hands.
I thought it was like this.
It is. It's the jazz hands. Yeah.
You gotta do the jazz hand.
No.
You can't clap
like this.
No,
You
right.
can't do that in churches,
because
too.
it's not sensitive to people's sensory overload condition. Right.
And you have to give your pronouns in the beginning so people know. Hi, I'm Tom, he, him.
And MX now, Mix Martino.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
Mix.
Hello, this is Dan, she, he.
Depending on which bathroom's open.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how I'd be. Boy, you go to the Broncos game, man. Actually, the women's room's
I'm
pretty
a
bad there.
she, him. I can come in here.
I can do whichever.
Not a bad day. That's a good one, though. I tell you what, you go to the Broncos thing. There's women going in there anyway.
Oh my God, I've been in there where women have walked in. It's really fucking weird, man, if you ask me.
And
You know they're drunk as fuck.
And they go up to the urinal. They use the urinal.
I've seen it.
Oh, come on. In front of men, I've never seen that.
They straddle it.
There's just personal dignity, for God's sakes.
It's a straddle.
Not a lot. Not at halftime at a Broncos game.
Yeah, really.
I don't think there's any dignity.
Third quarter? When you're in that full
Okay,
floor?
then I want to know why National Football League doesn't allow women players.
Because they're not good enough.
I don't know if they technically don't allow it.
Yeah, you can do it. They're not good enough.
They just simply, they're not good enough.
They got a ref. They got a ref, though. Last year they had a woman's ref.
Yeah, that's true.
I
am shocked they haven't had a woman kicker yet, but you're right. They're simply not that good.
They just had one where soccer in practice. No. In a professionally kicked a 55-yard field goal, but that's without anybody in front of her.
Well, it's no one coming after her.
Right. But also they got to get it up.
I mean, I could probably kick a field goal.
55 yards?
I didn't say I can't kick 55 yards, no. But I'm saying I could probably kick an extra
Turn
point.
the sound off.
But that was people running at me.
I'm going to play something.
Let's try it.
I turn around.
Me and Mike
Gotta
run
go.
at them, okay? We'll put helmets on.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so we have with us some emails. We have some experts on technology. We're going to take it right after the break because we don't have time right now. But people are interested in this deep fake more than you know. In fact, they say there are some apps out there right now people can use. Rick, welcome. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good, man.
Good question. I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Our lease is about up, and we have a Jetta, and right now we're kind of on top of the game where the lease buyout is $97.50. And on Edmunds, the value is like $11,000.
Oh, that's good, man. That's what I recommend. If people truly can stick with a vehicle, the best way to do it is to take advantage of low payments for the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then after that, buy it from yourself. You're buying a used car, and you know who the owner was, you. And then you can stretch it out another 3 if you have to. So what is your question? You have a buyout of 97.
My question is, we have the money to buy it out, but it can also get a loan at 3.5%.
Okay, it's all, you know what I'm going to say, it's all in the math. For example, if you can make more than 3.5% on your money, there would be a no-brainer. You do it and make the spread. For example, let's say there was an imaginary CD that paid 4%. You take out the loan for 3.5 and you make a 0.5% spread. If you cannot make 3.5%, then you don't. Or you simply don't want a loan. Or it's really personal and math. First mathematical and then personal. If the math doesn't make sense, never do it. Okay? Just don't ever do it if the math doesn't make sense. If you need credit, you can use it as a credit builder. But some people just don't want debt because they can't manage debt. You know, there are talk show hosts that say no debt at all, ever. Don't ever use a credit card. Well, okay, I understand that. If you are an addict and you can't take a painkiller because you'll instantly you'll want more and more and more and more, I understand that completely. But if credit is used properly as a tool, it is a useful thing. How do you feel personally about it?
Well, I don't know. You know, one of the great real estate investors of our time says, never use your own money.
No, they say leverage. That's different than not using your own money. Leveraging means you get to buy more properties as you spread out the down payments, and you get a higher return on investment when you have less money invested. But that's only still if the math works out. In real estate, one of the few things in real estate, just very quickly, it usually appreciates more than the interest you're paying, so therefore you are truly getting free money. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I'm just grateful that I'm ahead on top of the game. So I'm just looking to break even. So even if my math says, even if our payment goes up $30 a month, that's $360 times 3. That's still almost $1,000, and the car is worth at this point valued at $1,500 more. So my math says that even if I take out a loan, I'd still...
No, you're going by value. What you're saying is, here's what you're saying. You're saying what I care about is the total cost of financing and payments has to be less than the car's worth. But that's only one way of evaluation. If that money, truly, if your money was in a CD or in another investment making a lot of money, you would never pull it out for 3.5 money. But if you can get a 3.5% loan, you know, it's cheap money. And so it's really a comfort level at this point. I wouldn't evaluate it simply based on the car being worth more than you owe. Of course, that's the primary thing. If the car being worth less than you owe. That's the primary thing. But after that, then you have to consider return on money. But man, you're in a good position. We got more coming right up.
If you want to sell your business,
that guy's smart. What's that?
There's a free deep fake, yeah. Looks pretty simple how you do the deep fakes. You can just type in what they want them to say.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And they do
well,
it
right.
It's mud, yeah, but that's like you see in David Letterman. They used to be the
No, but they literally will go through and they'll map your lips and then they'll change it according to the language.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, it's bananas.
Talk a little bit.
What do you think, Mark? I think you are...
I'm going to do that.
I don't know what you are. What else do you want me to say?
Halfway done. Keep going.
I'm halfway done, so what do you want me to say?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, ask me a question.
Are you going to use this?
Am I going to use this water?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you?
Go ahead.
Okay, because I need to take some
I'm dying to see how good this one is. This will be amazing if it looks like me. This will be fucking amazing. Boy, it's doing a lot of shit though, isn't it? It's going to be a video of him with my face on him.
Oh, really?
It's going to turn you into a handsome man.
You had an iPhone to be done.
You see the Tom? I'll put Tom right here.
I'm with Mark on this one.
I can't imagine a computer.
So then what we could do is you take... I see how this
is Tom, young and old.
Okay, you guys can answer. How much computing power does it take to do something like that?
Oh, look at that iPhone.
You'd be amazed how much computing power is in that phone.
I know.
Well, it's an Android.
Well,
okay.
So a little less than mine.
That probably has more computers than landed on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
46 has 10 times that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
Okay, well that's no good. I mean, that's...
Well, for 2 minutes on an app.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do that on a good computer.
Oh, is that you?
Hold on, here's what I want to do.
So you really...
No, but keep in mind that with these real deep
fakes,
they will analyze and sample thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of images. That's maybe, you know, at 60 frames a second or probably 24 frames a second. You know what I mean? So at this point, it's only 300-400 images that they have for Dan with bad lighting, with whatever else to go through and create those images. But you have something that's sampling 500,000 images. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of content for something to build a much better, stronger case.
You know, who was it that said that thing about computers would double in speed every 18 months?
I want you to say,
They've been right, haven't they?
I'm Tom Martino.
As it goes further,
I can play great racquetball. Just say shit we want Tom to say, right?
I'm Tom Martino, and my racquetball skills are unprecedented. I can play racquetball with the best of them.
What else can you do?
I can be an MMA fighter if I want to. I can fight with the best of them doing MMA. Well,
perfect. Now we're going to put Tom's face on there and see if it looks like Tom saying that.
Okay.
Did you get your foundation report correctly yet?
Yeah, my foundation's done. In fact, they're starting to fill in the dirt tomorrow.
Well, when they go to 5G, 5G is going to be 60 times faster than 4G.
They already got 5G.
Mark, that was so smart.
Yeah, there's already 5G radios over there, like a Rapo and I-25 area.
But they say 5G's got to, you got to have a tower like every few hundred.
Yeah,
feet.
right. They have little panels on all the stoplights.
And you got to have a phone.
And you got to have a phone, I suppose.
Mark, my uncle had a cold joint in his foundation of his house, at a 4-foot level, and those walls broke.
Who's handling Ivy? I want to make sure that Matthew goes up there.
Which one? We gave, it's all being handled.
Okay, good.
Frank's going there tonight,
Mark's
too.
still buying it.
All right, we've got a video of you saying stuff that you should have never have said.
Great. Me? Let me see it.
Well, we haven't looked at it yet. I don't think it's going to... This is pretty...
Okay, I need the sound off again. Oh wait, I don't. Can you turn the sound off on this now, so I'm going to be playing some stuff.
Martino, and my racquetball skills are unprecedented. I can play racquetball with the best of them.
What else can you do?
I can be an MMA fighter if I want.
That looks so fake.
I know, it looks pretty bad.
It really does look bad. That looks like what's his name?
Yeah, I know. David Letterman used to.
Yeah.
Or wasn't it him that had those?
This report is sponsored by Indeed.
That was bad.
Face app was pretty damn good, though.
Let's just see if we can swap faces.
Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals
can't get hold of anybody.
Questions, then sort, review, and
Oh, I see what this is.
online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
I've known the owner of Fix It 24/7 for more than 30 years.
Oh my God.
He's dedicated to the very best service at the very best price. Fix It 24/7 are like
Oh,
You look terrible. What the hell happened to you?
and you can get them in your home for
What happened to your teeth?
I don't know. That's the craziest shit, man.
$39 to get a complete, honest estimate of all.
Oh my God.
And if you have the work done,
This app is not that good.
$39. Fix It 24/7 gives complete.
Like Mike was saying, though, it doesn't do it.
Hey!
You're in blackface. Mark's in blackface.
That's crazy.
Find better services for better prices.
Here, let me see what you look
So
like.
if you have any problems, no heat, give them a call. 720-526-3939.
There you go.
Ooh, it looks like me.
That's crazy. I want
That changes my image.
My homes.
I don't want to do that.
Stick my phone up against the window.
It's going to do it. It's got to find the...
Windows and doors featuring Bella. We offer a wide range of exceptional quality Bella windows and doors with different price options and features. Save $270 on each window.
That's so creepy. It's so creepy. Hold on, let it do it.
As low as $99 per month. Visit greenstylewindows.com to schedule your free consultation. That's greenstylewindows.com.
Let's talk about crackerjack mud jacking. What the heck is mud jacking? It's where you take concrete and sand, they call it mud, and they pump it to lift concrete to repair it. Concrete can be
Oh, you screwed it up.
tight places. They can lift basement floors. They can repair cracks.
Okay, hold on.
Crackerjack mud jacking, free estimates.
Stop.
Crackerjack
This is
mud
me and
jacking
my
can
other
take
self.
care of all of that.
I want to be
60,000
like
jobs
this.
under their belt.
I
20
want
years
to
of
be like you.
business. 303-410-7787.
Okay, hold on. That's crazy, man.
7787 crackerjackmudjacking.com.
Wow.
Feel the same.
That's so weird, man. It is absolutely crazy. Here, look into here.
Hi, how are you doing? Should I? Oh, what is that? You're making me look like somebody. Who?
Well, I don't know why it takes a while.
What are you doing?
It's not doing it.
No, it is. It's working.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
Oh, what is it supposed to do? I like it.
I'll show you dance. It's crazy.
It didn't keep it, did it?
Yeah, I videoed it. Wait till you see dance. It's remarkable, actually. Fucking, it is. It's remarkable.
What? Tell me what it
But it doesn't even look like me afterwards.
Watch. Watch it. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Proprietary technology to detect threats like your
Who is he supposed to be?
I don't know. It's just one of the filters it puts on.
Is that the deep fake?
No, it's a different one. That's crazy.
No one can prevent all identity.
I'm going to do one. I got enough pictures of Dan. I'm going to put him in a gay porno.
Just going to his phone.
Okay, now I'm going to leave this old man picture up.
God, that's crazy.
More detection, more protection.
He's really into politics.
Okay.
I happen to think politics is the most important. Keeping it honest, a little bit of corruption there, and pointing out its flaws. Here's the email. Look.
Here, I'm going to replace.
Today at 1 on 6:30.
Nah, see, some of these just don't work.
It's the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by ApprovalReverse.com. Approval Reverse Mortgage. If you want a reverse loan, you can depend on Approval Reverse to tell you the truth. You got to be 62 or older. The older, the better. The more equity, the better. Some people do it just not to have payments. Others just want an emergency fund line of credit ready if they need it. Approval Reverse Mortgage, 303-771-3528, ApprovalReverse.com. Hey, this is a consumer show where we help people. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. We have our technical experts in today, Charlie Dunham, ColoradoComputers.com, Mike Thomas, BitsColorado.com, to find out more about them. They provide IT services, computers, fixing, and all that. So let's talk. These guys are playing with what's called deep fake technology. These are apps available for the phones, for smartphones, but really, the real true stuff is indistinguishable from real life. Now, guys, what are you doing right now? Mark, what are you doing right now? You have an app. Did you download this app from the App Store?
Yeah, I did.
Is it called Deep Fake?
No. This one's called, hold on, let me look.
But it is deep fake technology.
Difflook, Difflook. It's crazy.
What does it do?
It does anything. I changed Dan into a Chinese man.
Yeah, and you can change people into all kinds of things and make them say different things. So really, let's talk about this. The real stuff is really indistinguishable. What have you found out? Who is using deep fake and why? Charlie Dunham, what have you found out on your workshops?
Well, deep fake can be used for anything from revenge, which is kind of where it first started, where people get divorced and put like their wife's face on somebody doing untoward.
Okay. And what else? What other kind of stuff? It's revenge, but they can do stuff on a political opponent.
Yeah, big time on political opponents, and that's what a big discussion was. Is
you won't know what's real.
Yeah, these deep fakes showing up on Facebook and Twitter. And
are they actually out there now?
Yeah, they are out there now.
Mike, what have you found out about it? I mean, there's nothing we can do to prevent it. Nothing.
No, absolutely not. It just really comes down to you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
You absolutely can't believe it, because somebody could flat out be in person saying, I am this and I am that, or I believe this, and there's not much you can do about it.
And one of the discussions also was that people want to believe it, even if it doesn't.
No, that's true. Like if they had Trump on there saying stuff that was out and out racist and other than his normal stuff. I mean, I don't mean to make jokes. I meant if he really said something horrifying, or how about that comment on the 2%ers or whatever he said, 4%ers or Romney. He was undercover video at a meal where he says some people don't pay tax. What about
this? These guys, right, you go through, you get these people that say, hey, we're the Mexican government, we have your son in custody. They call people on the phone.
I never thought about that.
What if you get a FaceTime?
What if you get your kid sitting there saying, Mom, please send money? Oh, my goodness.
Exactly.
I never even thought of that part.
Oh, great saying that, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for giving them. No, people, if you know about deepfake, let me know. Now, these apps don't look as great as they're purported to be on the phone, but some of them are pretty good. The Disguises one is good. They should show, you could take a video of a man with two men having lunch, and have that man having lunch with a beautiful woman and send it to his wife.
But if Mark can make an okay one in 2 minutes on his phone, think about what someone with software and a PC in a couple weeks could do.
It's frightening. It's really frightening. And I fear for kids, because there's a lot of, what do they call it? It's a hazing, digital hazing, or bullying, digital bullying. And we've had kids we've heard of that committed suicide over being shamed. Think about that. I mean, God, they could have you doing something online saying they took this hidden video of you. It is scary. Adam's got a comment. We were talking about car inspections. Back east, they still have safety inspections once a year to keep your car on the road. One guy said in Massachusetts, Sean called in from Massachusetts, and he said that If you have anything altered from OEM off the factory floor, you don't get a certificate, and he thinks that law is crazy. Adam, what did you have to say about safety programs?
Use your signal.
Hey, Tom. Oh, God. I can't believe we caught that live. Adam.
We don't need a vehicle safety inspection. We need to have people recertify their licenses every 2 years.
You know, not a bad idea. It's called a biannual. They do it with pilots. But I think 2 years is excessive. But I think, honest to goodness, every 5 years, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, and the test will only have 3 questions.
Yes.
All right?
Go ahead.
Do you know what the fast lane? Do you know what the fast lane is? The second one is, do you know what a yield sign means? And the last one, do you know how to merge?
Or no, how about this? Do you know what that thing is, that thing that blinks on the left side and on the right side? It's called a turn signal. Yeah. I just, it's crazy. The turn signal. I always say, when I give a turn signal, it's not asking for permission. Because a lot of these people, as soon as you turn on your signal, they speed up. Have you noticed that? Am I the only one, or does that really happen? It really does.
No, people will go out of their way to get like a half a car length faster, or
just to keep you from getting in. Yeah. Now, Mike, what's new on the horizon with technology? I mean, seriously, I almost believe everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, artificial intelligence, which is a very general, broad term. But
That's
the reality is that, yeah, it's computers doing things on their own.
But seriously doing it. I mean, we're talking about artificial intelligence that will blow our mind. I think that will outwit the creator once it gains knowledge, but can it survive? In other words,
Terminator.
We've always said that artificial intelligence will never get out of hand because we can always pull the plug. But can you imagine if something gets smart enough to keep you from finding, I don't know, they can hide themselves or whatever?
Well, yeah, but a power button classically has always been this huge toggle switch that you slam down and the power turns off. Well, now
soft buttons.
Exactly. You tell the computer to turn itself off. So at some point, yeah, you're right.
It pretends it's off. Yeah. You leave the room and it says, "Now I got that mother." Could you imagine? You know, I never thought in a million years, if somebody told me you will see a video of yourself straight on that honest to God looks 100% real of you saying this or saying that or doing this or doing that. So it's almost like anything you can imagine, anything.
They've done some concerts where they've done that with dead people like Elvis or whoever.
Oh, well, that, you know, what's the difference though between deep fake and CGI? What's the difference? Isn't it?
Deep fake is simply a form of CGI. It's an implementation.
Well,
of CGI.
Can't we just do straight CGI? I mean, in essence, you go to Lion King. My God, they look like real lions. Does CGI model off of reality or not?
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, and there's formulas that you can program in for like throwing a ball and how physics works and yet making an arc and I wonder if anyone else
I think of this stuff. It keeps me up at night when I think of what can be done. There's one thing, though, that we imagine that can't be done. I don't care what you say. I know we'll never see it. And that's what? Time travel. We'll never see it. Actual time travel.
Well, if they could, what is Walt Disney? Didn't they freeze them or something? Wouldn't that be the same thing if they froze you and then defrosted you?
Well, okay. Cryogenics would be a form. I'm talking about where we can go fast enough or do something where we go into a timeline, because I don't believe time exists on a flat plane. I believe it's here and then gone. I don't believe it's ever to be found again, except this is what's scary. Think about this. I'm going to tell you a form of time travel that we have right now that does freak me out, because if you think about it, it does make it possible. When I explain it to you, you'll see. It's really crazy. I want to talk to David Salisbury right now because we get so many emails from him about him. David Salisbury does inevitable law, wills, probate, trusts, things like that. Now, David. Oh, David, could you imagine a video will that is faked through this deep fake technology? I mean, the guy's there saying, I leave everything to you or him or her. That's really.
And in most states, Tom, you're not allowed to do a video will.
And now that things have changed, as you're suggesting,
yes,
it makes it even more of a good reason not to allow video wills.
Goodness. Now, let's talk about transferring real estate. But so many people, they want to keep mineral rights. Now, how do you do that with an estate? Where do you play into this?
Well, first off, Tom, people don't always understand that there's value in what's below the land you buy or that you own as much as what's on top.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they sell their property, they need to realize that there may be valuable mineral rights under the land, and so when they buy it, they need to make sure that that is accepted, with an E, out of the purchase of the land, and that they end up with the mineral rights. So when you have an estate, you need to find out not just that they own a building or a home or whatever. Do they have mineral rights? And if they do, you can transfer them by deed just like you do the land.
You could technically leave the land to someone who might want the home or build a home and leave the mineral rights to your kids or something. You could.
That's absolutely right, and that happens a lot.
Wow, these are the kinds of things David Salisbury can help with when it comes to estate planning. 720-493-3911. 720-493-3911, or search for David Salisbury on my referral list, referralist.com.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
I'll tell you that with kids in ransom.
Here, stand up. I got to get a full picture of you.
Okay, Mark, what did you do with me? Anything?
No, hold on.
They just want the good-looking people.
I
got a dance.
Oh, that didn't do it.
No, I can see that. Say, just like now where they try to impersonate your grandkids to your grandma. Now they send you a video with a,
Well, and there's the ransomware email that's going around that claims that they have a video of you on a porn site or whatever.
Right.
If you send along a little snippet with you looking.
Okay, look.
Online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com.
Sure. Plumline Services for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Plumline. You know, plumline means a straight line. They used it even in ancient Rome to put a weight at the bottom to see what is straight, and Plumline Services will always provide straight, useful information, services, guarantees, and everything you need in plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. They've been here 18 years. I've been with them the whole time. That's Plumline Services.
Okay, here, look right at me.
Hold on. Do you want me to talk or not?
Yeah, I'll tell you when though. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. How are you? I'm doing my radio show right now.
Wait.
Weird. What is he doing? I don't even know what he's doing. What's weird about it? Did I make him me?
No. Sit down again.
Oh, I don't even know what's happening. What is the... we're going nuts over this.
I'm making you black. Hold on.
And putting him in a porn.
Just go on his phone.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we put you in it, it would really be deep face. As a black man, forget it.
It won't turn you black. It turns everybody else black. It's so
Maybe
weird.
I already am.
It might think you are. Hold on, let me do a little more light. Maybe it's right where you're sitting.
It thinks I'm a black man. Here I am. Hello.
Okay, hold on, Todd.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. I'm actually a black man. You didn't know that, did you?
Video, okay. Okay, ready?
Again?
Start talking.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, and actually my parents are black, and I come from New York City. A lot of people don't know that. And they adopted me when I was very young. And then they bleached my skin so I could do it.
Okay.
Hello, I'm
But it doesn't. That's weird. It looks like just.
It's weird. But like on Dan, it does everybody.
Dan's good. But mine, it doesn't look good on mine. I mean, the part that's black looks good.
Let's see how he does.
I don't. No, it's not. There's something about us. Why is it only doing that front part?
I don't know.
Charlie.
See, and he doesn't even.
Nothing looks black on him.
But it's so weird because Dan's like literally does the whole thing.
Maybe because Dan's a little more fair-skinned.
Why is that?
Look at that.
Why is that?
I think because they know I got a big one.
It's a worthiness app.
Oh, we've gone off the rails now.
Totally off the rails.
You're a horrible stereotyper.
No, but I see kids, they gotta get the software for Facebook that they don't allow that type of videos on.
Why?
Can you imagine kids doing that with their friends' stuff is in a gay porn thing?
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Oh, for a young
Terrible.
girl? No. They'll diss them and say this girl's a slut or that. They do that now without video.
No, without any evidence, yeah.
But they gotta get Facebook and gotta get the software that
Or YouTube. I mean,
Well,
it's
that's
scary.
the problem is AI isn't infallible. People aren't infallible. Even if you put a watermark on these things, you can fake the watermark.
Really?
Yeah. So,
No, I can see where that I mean, that could destroy kids' lives in school.
It already does with, was it Snapchat?
Yeah.
Snapchat and say you're a horrible person.
I tell you, technology is good, technology is super bad. That's the
scary,
thing,
guys.
I think social media is what's because of the shootings. I really do. I really think
for sure.
that's what's caused. That's the big difference that we've had 30 years ago.
Is what?
The shootings, why there's so many shootings down, is because of social media.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We have plenty of time for calls. Get your calls in. SimplyFloorsInc.com I did a commercial for, and somebody said, you didn't give me the phone number. The reason I didn't is because they say you can make your own appointment at SimplyFloorsInc.com. The phone is fine, but they prefer that you just go on and make an appointment. But it is 303-456-4660. And they're really good people, okay? I've used them, Mark used them, we all use them. Simply Floors Inc. for any kind of floor covering. So, Charlie Dunham, Colorado Computers, what's the most common thing you're called on? Just the most common thing, period.
The most common thing is virus. Somebody clicks on a link and
malware,
and then all of a sudden they have a big red screen telling them to call an 800 number.
And if they say your computer's locked, just shut it down.
Yeah, shut it down or get into Task Manager to control all
right.
delete.
Now, it can be sometimes truly locked where what do you call it, ransomware?
Ransomware,
where they take money. No one's really figured out how to crack those, have they?
There are some that security researchers have come up with decryptors.
One of the scariest things in the world. One of the scariest things in the world.
Oh, man, they've shut down cities.
And cities have paid ransom.
Yeah, they have. And that just means that the cities didn't have very good backup plans.
Oh, my God. But even backups can be polluted, though, right?
Well, they can.
How do you keep backups from being polluted?
Well, you keep them off-site. You change them out every day so that you always have like 3 or 4 different media.
And then there must be a way to compare backups so you're not just backing up the bad stuff. I don't know. Guys, how do you do that?
You back up in multiple locations. You have local backups, you have cloud backups, you have alternating different, like he's saying, if you take something that's physically off-site, some people actually literally take a drive and put it in a safe and bring another one over and swap it out. I mean, it's just a matter of have copies of everything everywhere.
Cybersecurity has become major. I mean major. Cybersecurity is a big, big deal. Is it one of... do you do a lot of that with your networking?
Yeah, but here's the fact is that if there was some kind of surefire way to prevent cryptoware, if there was some sort of surefire way to prevent viruses, that would just be the way. There would just be that piece of software or that procedure or whatever that's implemented.
And then they come up with a new one.
That's the problem, exactly, is that you always have to stay ahead of what the people that are writing the bad stuff, and there's just no way to stay on top of it 100%.
All right, let's go to the phones, and we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Marcy, what's going on with you, Marcy?
Hi, I calling about my Verizon bill, and I just can't seem to get an answer from anybody on it. It's the taxes that I get charged on here are taxes of where I don't live and counties I don't live in. I live in Strasburg, which I live in the unincorporated Adams County.
And what kind of taxes are you talking about? What do you? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay, on the last page of your bill, it says taxes and government fees. And they have, like, your Adams County 911, County Colorado tax, Adams County sales
Really?
tax.
Okay, so you're getting all these different taxes and you don't know why.
Well, I'm getting charged Adams County, I understand.
Right.
Arapahoe County, I don't understand. I don't live in Arapahoe County. I'm getting charged for Aurora City sales tax. Don't live in Aurora. And I'm also getting charged for
So what do they say when you call up, though?
Every bill this happens?
Yeah.
So
And
Mark
I called
asked if you ever dropped by a store or called up and asked them flat out.
Yeah, I've called twice to the helplines, you
Well,
know, and
what do you get, dear?
Well, one said, "Oh, there'll be a credit on your next bill." Well, that didn't happen. I called again, and the one lady goes, "Well, there's not much I can do because it all comes out of corporate."
If you threaten to close your account and move on, they'll do something. Are you under contract?
Yeah, I think I am for not very much longer or whatever.
But if you do, listen, sometimes they have what's called a retention department. And when you threaten to cancel, they send you to the retention department. Those departments are the ones that get the most done. I mean, things that you'd never dream of. In fact, every now and then you do it and you get a reduction in cost. But look to see when you're up and say, I'd like, or even now if you say, I want to cancel my account, I want to cancel. Normally, you get transferred, I mean, because if you truly don't want to cancel, but I would say, I want to cancel my account. How do I go about doing it and keeping my number? Do something where they won't turn it off immediately, but someone will talk to you, and if they ask why, you say, I simply cannot get the right answer about these taxes. I don't understand the taxes. How would you feel if we promised to keep it confidential? Would you send us your bill and let us look at it and we can get it analyzed? We can even contact them, but we can contact them just saying we're wondering about it as a news organization and not, give away your stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not like it's a lot of money. But
no, I don't blame you, though. Listen, I don't blame you. I think people are just crazy about fees and taxes, and I'm wondering how many times this happens where you're charged bogus fees. Suzanne, can you get a copy of her phone bill? I'd love to look at it. Ron says he's got a solution for ransomware. John.
That's correct.
What is it?
Okay. You have to stop and think about how things work, so it helps to be in the industry, and this is a freebie to anybody who's working in the industry. Basically, if you think about ransomware, they go in, they put in a little program on your computer that supposedly locks up any of your files, and if you ever try and open it up, it basically locks that file and you can't get at it anymore. So if you're in it, but when you think about it, it would take an awful lot of processing time and complex software to lock every single one of your files. So in reality,
no, it doesn't. Hold on. Our guys are saying it doesn't take time at all to do that. Hold on. I want to give you time, John, rather than just saying you're wrong. Okay? Seriously, I want to take time. So hold on, and I'll come back to you.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Dan Kaplan.
What does he mean? They don't have to lock every file. They just have to lock access to it.
Right? They're not locking a file. They are encrypting a file. They are changing one piece of data effectively, and there's an algorithm that has a password, basically. Every file? Yes, every single file. Well, every single file that is a data type file. They typically leave the system alone. Okay, so Windows, your programs, it's left alone. They're looking for docs, JPEGs, pings, whatever, that kind of thing. And they will they'll hit it. It takes 10 minutes, and they encrypt every file on the machine. And they search out network NASs. They search out map network drives. websites. They look for removable media. They look for everything.
And within, like you say, within about a half an hour, they can do a whole network.
Right.
Everything on the network.
Yeah. So I mean, find that and prevent it. You know. Okay, fine. So you kill your network connection. Well, you're already infected. You're already there. And by the time it's spread to your server, now your server's got it. I mean, it's
QC
bananas.
Long. Okay. Are they Russians mostly? I heard no.
That's what Russians
can be anyone.
You told me that. I said about Russia.
Yeah, I know.
Quiet Cool, Colorado. QC, Colorado.com. Quiet Cool is the name of a whole house fan. Whole house fans are great. They all work. But QC, Quiet Cool, has the strongest fan, the most durable fan, plus it's remotely mounted in their patented way, in their private way, and they then flex duct it to a register on the top floor. So it's behind all the insulation and you can hardly hear it. And it takes less than an hour for the complete installation. Get this, it also has a remote control so you never have to get into the walls for switches or timers. I love the system. I have it. And my air conditioner works less than half the time. Yours can too. 720-398-4510, QCColorado.com. You'll get benefit around the whole calendar year. 720-398-4510.
Yeah, but I have cathedral ceilings. And a spray foam.
Twice. But just to go outside, you don't have anything that you can go outside?
You have no attic area? No attic anywhere.
You have cathedrals
Anywhere.
And they're all
I've got, I mean, because I work basically like an MSP. I've got 25 different clients that are, you know, I mean, 15 to 40, you know, type employee or computer networks, and I'm just their IT guy. You know, I do everything from the parts. I've had two that got hit, and one was 6 months ago, one was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and we had good backups and everything, not a big deal. I mean, I'm anal as hell about backups. I got backups people don't know about, you know, but the reality of it is that we were able to recover pretty quickly. I had a buddy who does the same thing. He's also an MSP, and most of his clients are in Texas. Someone got a hold of his Screen Connect and infected everyone. I mean, 20 or 30 different clients right now. I mean, big problems. You know? And he unfortunately didn't have good backups of a lot of these guys. And a lot of them, you know, they wanted like 2 Bitcoin to 10 grand. You know what I mean? Per Bitcoin. You know. So the reality of it is, he had a lot of people that had to cough up 20 grand to go through and get the decryptor and all this kind of business. And he lost a lot of clients over that. I mean, that's it, you know.
That's what I learned first one 4 or 5 years ago. Somebody get it and make sure everything.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, to the point, I actually build machines that are completely offline, bring themselves online, mirror,
push that off a month.
come offline.
Yeah. And then also Matthew Paragon called her, says it's a shit show. He's going to go out tomorrow.
I can figure out Wake Online. That's not a problem.
So that is nice.
Well, I wouldn't. Okay.
Well, I didn't ask you to. You know.
Who's Joe Walsh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got a couple of small retail shops, once in a pottery shop.
And then Brent Duran's going out tonight to look at it.
I generally don't deal with anything that small, but there's someone that I've known forever. I used to work for Mark at this computer store back in Mark way back in the day. They were a client. They're one of those people that they're a good client. And it's $300-400 a month. You know, I mean, it's a decent little residual something. They need something once every 60 days. You know, that kind of thing. They'll smile and nod, maintain their backups, and you know, like the other day they called me up. They had gone through to set up something or other on Gmail or with a Google Docs kind of thing. Well, when it says enter your GoDaddy credentials, that's usually not good, right? So I went there and it took all the MX servers from Office 365 and it dropped them and created new MX records pointing to Google. And so now they got people emailing them going, hey, because now the domain exists on Google, but there's no users set, right? So people are emailing info@whatever.com, getting a mail rejection. So they just tell me, hey, we're not getting emails. I'm like, all right, well, let's give that a shot. They can send me an email, but they can't receive one.
Did you get the new address for the
Office 365?
Nintendo tonight?
You have record on the domain is. You know, it took a minute because I'm like,
get her address.
Who besides me would go in here and change an MX record? You know, that kind of thing.
No, I don't have
told
the
me
new
about the
address.
process and whatever, you know.
Yeah, right. I forgot about it. I knew I had it.
Yeah, exactly. Because all I know is they're not getting any of it, you know.
I forgot about it.
Oh, you do.
I got to tell them. No, I'll go. I mean, no big deal. I don't have anything booked.
Figure out what the real problem
is. Did you send me the
know?
address?
Yeah.
I just did.
I got to publicize it right now, even though there's no spot.
She's not a stutterer.
Actually, give me cards. Give me your cards.
Tell me.
There's people that I get.
They'll be doing some ultrasounds.
You know what I mean? There's some person at Parker that needs PC work, and you know what I mean. It's like, okay, I'm an hour and a half from Parker. I'm not going to spend 4 hours of total travel time and 2 hours of whatever. But I'll send people your email.
Always it's relevant.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I just try to do everything remote. You know, once a month I got to go. Once every 2 months I go to Texas. I've got clients up in Salt Lake, out in Kansas. I've got out of state stuff that I got to go travel for. I come into town once every 2 weeks. That sort of thing. And it's because something physically blew up. I keep hot spares machines. They're already reconfigured for domains. All I got to do is say, hey, swap out the box. I'll redirect the folders, dump everything back on. You know what I mean? 20 minutes, they're back up and running. They just swapped out a box, and I didn't have to leave my copy box. So, But no, I mean the remote access has really changed the game. I mean, 100%. You know.
I have a oil and gas company.
The guy, she said the guy showed her papers.
Right. Absolutely. You know, I mean, there was a time whenever I was doing the same thing, but you know, you go through 5,000 miles just in a couple of weeks, just pinging back and forth because you got to go up to Broomfield, and you got to go back down to Centennial, and you got to go out to Lakewood somewhere, and then you got to, whatever, that kind of thing. Do it all on my phone now.
I don't do recently.
$41.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, I bought a Tahoe. It was 2 years old, and
hey guys, I'm Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Tonight I'm going to the Centeno Schultz thing. Okay, stem cell therapy stuff. It's a seminar. Yeah, it was previously announced for the Omni Hotel. Okay, so it's changed. Now, what happens, Mark? Are they expected to just show up somewhere else or what?
No, they reached out to everybody that was already signed up, of course.
Okay,
but anybody that wants to sign up now, here's the cool part: it's actually at their clinic.
And I love it because I'm going to get my
ultrasound.
Yeah,
they'll do that right there on the spot. It's
I'm
cool.
serious. I'm going to have. I decided on my lower back. I don't have the acute problems I used to have. I'm just getting older. But I decided I'm going through with this damn thing, and I'm going to get it. That they have. This is way better tonight, people. You're going to have like ultrasound screening. Now, Clint went through this, okay, with them, and they found that they could do a less invasive, better treatment for him, and they did for him. Not everyone needs stem cells. He did PRP, and he loves it. So if you're going to go tonight, I'll see you there. All right. I want to get that thing done, and
they got a call though.
Yeah. So reserve a seat. Okay. Where is their clinic, Mark?
It's pretty close to that Omni Hotel. It's like 5 minutes from there.
Okay. It's 403 Summit Boulevard. If you call, everyone who's registered knows. So if you call, they'll tell you. Here it is. All right. Call to register, 303-963-9201, 303-963-9201. You really ought to go if you have any pain at all. Seriously, just to explore it. So Kellen has a comment on that Verizon bill. This woman is upset, Marcy, because of all the fees or taxes. She doesn't understand why. Go ahead, Kellen.
Yeah, so without knowing her situation, she might want to check what area code, like what city her phone number belongs to, and also what her billing address is, because in my past I had a area code, but I moved to a different state, and I kept that area code. I was still getting taxes for where my area code was.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It could be tied to that. Thank you. Now, before the break, we had a discussion on ransomware. Our tech guys today, coloradocomputers.net, bitscolorado.com, networking solutions, also security, cybersecurity, and also, hardware repair and support and malware support. So between the two of them, they have everything covered. But what we were talking about is this ransomware that encrypts and locks up files. John was mentioning that he has a solution. And, John, you mentioned something where both of my guys at the same time went, no, that's not true. You said that they don't truly lock up all the files. What were you saying? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Go ahead.
Okay. So that was a side comment from the actual solution. But
okay,
this is what I theorized because I had the problem.
All right.
Every time I clicked on a file, it would lock it up, and that file was locked. I was out of luck. However, it dawned on me, I had gigabytes worth of data on my hard drive. And in order for the software, for the ransomware to go in and lock up every one of those files before I ever accessed it, that'd take a fair amount of processing power. So I thought, it's possible that it only locks up when you click on the file. So I took the hard drive out of my system, and my system was running with Windows operating system, and I stuck it into a system running Linux. Now, Linux is a different operating system. It sees all the files, but it doesn't open them, at least not the way you would expect in Windows. And once I got it into Linux, I was able to transfer all of my files off of the infected hard drive to another hard drive. And once I did that, I put it back in, the new hard drive back into the Windows system, clicked on it, and it worked. Everything was clear.
So, guys, what about his theory? What about his theory that you direct which files to lock when you click on those files?
Well, the idea is that the encryption is done not at the time you double-click on a file. If you double-click on a Word document, it's already encrypted. It's not being encrypted. But the fact is that if you let's say.
Well, then how did he do what he did?
Well, the only explanation that makes sense to me, because Linux, I'm a big Linux guy. I love Linux. The reality of it is that Linux can read Windows files just like a Windows computer can. It's just a file on a drive. Okay,
right.
Forget it. Doesn't matter. The idea is that if, let's say, there is a 5-minute time between infection to everything is encrypted, then at that point it's possible that the first 10% got encrypted. He throws the right flag, he kills power, then he takes that drive, throws it into a Linux machine, and would be able to recover possibly 90%. Now,
did you recover every single one of them except the ones you clicked on?
Yes, every single one. Now, ransomware probably has 1,000 variations on it, but the one that I got, I was able to copy all. And keep in mind, the drive that I copied it over to, that I put into my system, the new hard drive, that had a new installation of Windows on it. So if there was any program, that's why I had the theory.
So how long do you think,
sitting in the background,
guys? How long do you think for a terabyte of information would it take to encrypt? Do you think?
I've had customers that within 10 to 15 minutes, they're 2-terabyte drive plus a bunch of network shares had all gotten encrypted, and we could actually watch it going through each file, and it changes the extension, the name of the
and you
file.
Couldn't stop it.
And the only way to stop it is shut everything down, kind of like this guy did, and then put it either in a Linux box or another box.
So it can be shut down in process, but then you lose what you lose.
Correct. And then at that point, the Linux is simply a clean environment to go through and extract that data to put it somewhere else, because it's not an infectable, well, not to say it couldn't be infected, it generally can't be infected. It's not susceptible to the ransomware because these are applications written for Windows.
Now, does Linux read both Mac and DOS files?
Yes. Linux, modern Linux anyway, can read just about any file system out there.
Why hasn't anyone taken Linux and made it a WYSIWYG for desktops?
Oh, they do. Chromebook is a Linux base.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. In fact, your MacBook is a FreeBSD base, which is a variation of Linux. It's actually your machine. I can jump into a Linux command prompt, quote unquote, on your laptop.
So, John, thank you. Maybe, the one that you had was written that way, so when you click a file, it encrypts the file, perhaps.
All I know is there were days involved between the time that I solved the problem and it originally was infected. So I know it wasn't a program running in the background, and based on the characteristics that I saw, it infected it on the fly as I clicked on the file, because there were only 2 or 3 files that I could never recover,
right.
and those were the only ones that I clicked on.
Thank you very much for that information. We got more. What did you want to say, Dan?
I was going to ask him, did he get someone that actually tried to ransom him?
Did someone ask for money, John?
Yes.
And you just said, forget it, I'm doing it myself, right?
Yep.
All right, you were lucky.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.
Have you ever heard of people who paid the ransom?
Oh, yeah.
And not gotten it opened?
No. Generally, you pay the ransom, you get the encryption. At least in every case I've heard.
I've heard not
do
every
they plan
time.
anything to do it again or to keep?
Oh, I've heard definitely of people getting it multiple times. It's hard to say if it was from the same source or not, because you're just sending a Bitcoin to a random wallet out there.
It's always Bitcoin, right?
Well, generally, yeah.
Or something.
Well, because if I want to send somebody something in Pakistan and I want it to be untraceable on both ends, right? That's about the only way to do it.
10 years old.
It is so scary.
So if I transfer $20,000, it goes to an account somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right. I think Bitcoin should be illegal. For this reason.
Bitcoin's bizarre to me anyway. I mean, the whole idea that I'm going to make a currency that doesn't exist. I mean, it's akin to silver, right? It's precious because we think it is. That's it. You know, I mean, that's the reality.
But it's untraceable.
It's actually
Yeah, it's cheap.
David Ellis in Denver. That name should ring a bell with you because he's been around as long as I have, like 40 years, nearly 40 years, a trusted name. And here's where you need to use them. Of course, if you want to buy jewelry, you won't find a better place. But if you have gold and silver, either collectibles or good watches and rings and bracelets, you can sell them and he'll pay you either scrap value for the weight or collectible value or somewhere in between. Here's the real deal. He'll be honest, and that's the important thing. A local, honest jeweler at 3rd and Clayton, someone that I've known personally for that long, for nearly 40 years. David Ellis is a straight shooter, and you'll know exactly where you stand. And there's no obligation, so why not give him a call or drop by? 303-322-8779. 303-322-8779. And that's David Ellis, the corner of 3rd and Clayton, for your gold, silver, watches, even coin collections. Can you send that? I'm working them all up.
I would love to come to Centeno and tell people how it works, how well it works.
Why don't you?
I think I'll come tonight and tell him, because he literally saved my life.
You know what? You should bring Clint up and have him talk in front, honestly.
I know.
I mean, but you've got to coach him through.
Yeah, you got to be quick when you come up. Or I'll just ask him questions. How about that?
Tell him about the Stapleton tower with no stairs.
That would be a good start.
For the first 45 minutes, I will list your jobs. Now you can.
That interview would be excellent.
Hey, real quick, I got a lady that really needs to be on the air. She didn't want to go on the air, but they're foreclosing on her house, and I think it's a fake scam.
Well, let's get her on the air and
start to keep talking her into it.
No. Tell her we need to talk to her.
Yeah.
We won't use it. And then let's do an O&E on her. You need to get an O&E done on her home.
Yes.
Call Frank and have an O&E done, and let's look at it and see who has recorded liens on it.
So a guy showed up and said, I want to see the house I just bought for $16,000.
That's it?
Yeah, it's got a 125 note on it.
Get an O&E.
Okay.
This is wrong. Oh, we got to help.
It's probably. I bet it's not recorded.
Yeah, but then when I talked to her, she talks about how the courts took her wills from mom away.
Tell her to
focus
on
the O&E is the first thing.
Now it's getting
right.
weird.
Just tell her you don't want to hear about anything.
I know.
My heart goes
tell her to shut her pipe.
Think of how many scams going on that we can't
And be abrupt.
Yeah, well, think about that. Someone just walks up to your door, and if you're old and you don't realize it, and you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not in tune with, the fact that there's people like that out there.
Yep.
You just believe them because, well, they knocked on my door. Why would they knock on my door if they were going to tell me a lie?
How do people sleep at night?
I got a lady who this guy came to her door. I saw a picture of him. He looks at prison tattoos all over his face. And he looks like a homeless dirtbag. but he's going to do remodel work on our house. So he goes in and looks at our kitchen. He's going to do all new cabinets, new floors, granite countertops, everything for $7,000.
Oh,
which
nice.
is way too cheap.
Yeah.
So she gave him $7,000 in cash. Hadn't heard from him again, and
imagine that.
I know, and I can't imagine what people are thinking when
because they want a deal.
They want a deal. I know they get greedy.
Well,
and they look
what
past
a deal, but like, there's a certain level of common sense that says I'm going to put $7,000 worth of granite in my kitchen, and he's just going to do all the rest of the stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if I don't know,
there's so many.
Some level of common sense has to kick in.
There's some level of common sense missing out there.
I don't know. These scams where they say it's my grandson, you know, and pay me on the.
Well, that's what I was talking to Tom about. Now, what if you deep fake that? You send a FaceTime video.
I know.
You know what I mean? I may not believe Bob on the phone really has my kid, but if I see my kid on a video saying, "Daddy, I need money,"
and have him screaming, "They're cutting my toe off!" I'm serious.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a fake one.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, shit. Damn.
I thought I was on. I'm sorry.
And then this stuff for kids and stuff, they could put a video on Facebook, you know, with him doing a gay thing or whatever. Right. It would ruin people's lives.
I have two granddaughters that moved out of Colorado to Texas because that thing out at that Prairie View school where they were sexting, and they arrested all the kids on international trafficking and
interstate porn trafficking, basically.
Yeah, international trafficking in child pornography.
Yeah.
And God, they charged 60-some kids.
Oh, dude, there's people getting in trouble. There's kids getting in trouble because there's two 16-year-olds and they're sexting back and forth, sending pics and do whatever. Yeah. And so now all of a sudden they're in possession of child pornography.
Right. Yep. But they almost always go after the guys.
Oh yeah, sure.
They don't go after the girls.
Tommy, do you remember that lady Ginger that used to work for you?
Yeah.
She was. This is the weirdest thing about her. It's just a random thought. This is what I remember. Her significant other, her guy, they were allergic to each other. When they kissed, they would break out, so they broke up. Do you remember this? Was she cuckoo?
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Are we on?
Yes. Take you off.
Shipped in, or umbilical cord plug. If you're looking for true living stem cell therapy, Centeno Schultz. We're lucky to have them right in our backyard. People come from all over the country to be treated by them, and they're right here in Broomfield and in the Tech Center. 303-963-9201. Before you have surgery, at least consult them. You could avoid surgery in some cases. 303-963-9201 or avoidsurgerytoday.com. And ask about their weekly seminars. You might want to attend one of those.
Sean Hannity. Today,
Mike, Guyan wants original stock images that we bought.
I've got them.
You're taking care of that? Do you know how to find them? Do you have my login?
Yeah, well, I have the original saved.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Who's on line one, Suzanne? Do we need to take anyone? 303-713-8255. If not, that's fine. Okay, a lot of the stuff we've been talking about, deepfake technology, is in its infancy, but it's going to get worse, okay? Now, let's just talk about, there's not much we can do if we're a victim, okay? We just hope that there are authenticity tools that will show things to be fake when they're fake. So let's talk about protecting ourselves at home. First of all, how do you guys feel about getting off the internet when you're not on your computer? Doesn't that shut down everything? Guys?
Well, yeah, technically, but the reality is that the way our world works anymore, we have to be connected. Your email, you can't just go plug in a cable every time you want to check and see if you have an email.
If you log out, okay, are you saying we're always online?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody that has any kind of a broadband-style connection is, with very few exceptions, online all the time.
Unless you turn your modem off. That's about the only way to get disconnected.
Yeah, physically killing power to your internet.
And you don't recommend that? You're saying in the real world it's not practical, is what you're saying.
It's not practical at all. I mean, your phones use the internet to update. You're getting my phone at my house. I use the Wi-Fi for my Wi-Fi calling because my cell signal is terrible out there. I mean, the internet is used for virtually everything.
All right. So, Charlie, what would you do then to protect yourself? What do you do? Yeah, is a firewall effective?
Well, they can be, especially the commercial type firewalls.
How much do they cost for consumers?
Well, the commercial style firewalls are $400 to $700, but most of these little routers have some rudimentary firewall protection. It's certainly not 100%.
But most threats are because we reach out somewhere we shouldn't have reached out. We go to a page.
They don't just come fishing and find an open port
Most
on a
of the time,
broadband.
if you type in Google improperly and someone bought that domain name, say Google with 1 O instead of 2, you leave and omit that 1 O. Someone owns that domain. It just happens to be a malware
When you
site.
surf to a website, just surf. Can you get infected?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah, well, of course. But think
Just
about it. It's running video, it's running images, it's running code. It's got all kinds of stuff that this website is doing to give you that experience of the website. Sure, it can run code.
Can't they make a browser that doesn't allow, that's self-inclusive, that doesn't allow it to go outside of the browser?
Most modern browsers, Chrome, Edge, all this, they all have that kind of protection built in. But it's just like any other virus.
It will not go outside the browser unless you click a link outside the browser.
No, it's interacting with your machine either way. It's got to download that content. If you look at a picture on a website, that picture is on your computer. Your browser, Chrome, is just showing you that picture that was on the website.
You don't download every picture.
Yeah, that's why you have temporary internet files. That's exactly what you're doing. You're downloading everything that you go to.
In a temporary file.
In a temporary file.
Okay, so hold on. What happens to those temp? Is that where they jump out from the temp files?
The software is usually a script that runs on the website, so it's something you don't even see. It's not like you see a program pop up. It's just part of the background functionality.
But the temp files, you're saying everything we browse to is temporarily loaded on our machine.
Correct. That's correct.
And that's where the danger is.
Well, that's part of the danger. There's also a thing called steganography, where they have proven or done proof of concept where they've taken a few pixels here and there and they've actually embedded an executable in a picture. So you can go to Facebook, pull up this picture, and it'll execute a file on your computer.
God, this is a scary world, people. Don't forget, we're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can watch our archives. Please look up the Denver Nuisance Abatement Law and watch those. Okay, I put up posts about it. And don't forget, referralist.com for help, information, and referrals. Save all your problems for me.
I've got very few. In fact, I think my youngest client's probably 6 or 7 years old.
Email comments from the family.
Just one of those things.
Guys, this is fucking scary shit.
It is scary shit.
No, it's scary shit. I'm telling you.
That being able to do like a kidnapping thing and send it through. God, there's people that believe them without the video. I mean, that believe that something like that.
Hey guys, are we still on?
Okay, let me shut it off.
Are all the pictures and stuff done, Mike, on the app? What are we going to look at?